Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we just had a succession and we need to do something about that succession. So we need to reconquer some territory and we need to, specifically, where's our capital? Here's our capital. We need to take back Worodugu. So this is our half-brother slash vassal here. We have a 25% chance of success on imprisonment. If we revoke his title, we have a 6% chance. I'm thinking we send him a gift for 25 opinion to boost up those odds a little bit. So if we now go for imprisonment, it would be a 37% chance. If he declines, all of these people would join. That's probably spooky. We can choose his education focus. That's intriguing. We can claim his title. We should have a claim on it already, though, shouldn't we? These are counties here. Apparently we don't. Okay, so that's noted. Let's claim his title. So that's fine. And now, if we do a title revocation, he has a 17% chance of acceptance there, and if we imprison him, 13%. Now, we're his primary heir, so we could go for this route. Predicted agents of 0 is not great, so there is that. At this point, if we were to revoke this title, who all would join? It's largely the same list, but I think it's a slightly shorter list. Now, we're currently working on swaying our Hogan, and we may want to just leave this be for a moment while we deal with Abisinia, Kanem-Bornu, and Mali. So let's go for Kanem-Bornu first. Hang on. This guy is our brother. He's imprisoned by us right now. If we were to execute him, we'd be a kinslayer. We'd lose 100 legitimacy. Close family and dynasty opinion only. Okay. Let's move him to the dungeon. He's in good health right now, and that will probably remain the case for a while. So let's move him to the dungeon, and we'll hopefully avoid having to kill him ourselves. That would be ideal. For now, let's take a look at Abisinia. So he is out over here for his capital. Noted. So we would want to claim our claims here. Everything that Abisinia controls. Let's do it. We're going to declare that immediately. We can see that there is a hostile army down here raising up. Let's raise up next to it. We're going to raise men-at-arms. We're going to raise some levy troops. Now, siege directionality. Here, 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 here. And then to their capital. Actually, I don't think this one's necessary. Here, then capital. Seems fine. Now, there's a dangerous faction here, which is unsurprising. This is a Liberty faction. Okay. So this guy's got a daughter, but that's a hostage. He's also got a son here. We have a sister, and this would be reasonably fine. So we'll send that proposal. Cool. Now, some of this is probably fake as well. I just started up the game, so we'll see what happens that way. A soft approach is indeed best. Okay, so this is updated at this point. So now we've got potentially another prince here. He would not accept this because his faith differs from ours. We'll demand his conversion. He'll probably accept that. He has indeed converted. So now let's get this set up. Fantastic. Okay, so that drops him down to 75%. We're going to decline this artifact. Now we've got this guy. He's got another son here. We, of course, have a daughter and our half-sister slash personal champion here. This is going to be too old. He'll not accept her. Understandable. And at this point, we just want to probably have it be something more like this. Okay, so that should no longer be any significant issue there. At least for the moment. I'm going to stop gathering here, and we're going to head in. Actually, we can skip this siege and go directly to this siege, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to head down there. We need to make our way over to their capital. And we'll eliminate their army as soon as we get an opportunity to. We'll have to see the army first, though. So we'll see where that ends up being. Sure, show in this king. That's fine. How many wars are you in right now? You're being raided? Okay. Not sure exactly what's going on over here, but I guess that's fine. Youthful vigor, definitely. Okay. So let's look at our Hogan here. He is at minus 39 right now. That definitely needs to be worked on. Our court grandeur is below the expected level, and that's certainly something that we should be working on. It's going to be right at that level. Okay, let's bump up to some servants here. Hang on. We're going to have to sit more like this. That's going to be very expensive. That's understandable. We'll work our way up on the court grandeur. Okay, so I want to continue to work on swaying our Hogan. I also want our half-brother here to get over this stuff, right? Stewardship perk is available. Let's take golden obligations for now. That'll be fine. We'll start working our way down that way. We're pretty negative financially right now. We've got a pretty good nest egg, but that's fine. County control in Worodugu has been lost. I mean, we don't actually control Worodugu ourselves, so for the moment, that's fine. But we will deal with that later on. Okay, so these guys are down over here, right? That's understood. We're going to finish up this siege and continue to push through. So over we head. There's a lot of raiding happening going on right now. But that's okay. So we're going to siege this. That'll be 6 months. Okay. So I'm thinking right now, we siege here, then here, then here. Then that gives us their capital. Is the idea. So that'll take some time, and we're going to lose supply here. That's understood. We may want to station besiegers here and move our forces back. These are not high supply provinces, but this is still probably better. We're at least somewhat spread out here. So that'll be fine for the moment. And I'm going to split these guys. I'm going to put some of them here. I'm going to split them again. I'm going to put some of them back over here, but that's a temporary location. Okay, something like that. Now, we do have another dangerous faction here. This is Peasant Rabble. Okay. I don't mind Peasant Rabble. That Liberty faction is potentially spicy. I want only one of these forces here. Thank you. There we go. Something along the lines of this. This is still losing supply here. That is understood. It's a temporary situation. Okay. So this siege is finished. We're going to go take Dembia. Cool. Supply limit here is 4950. That should be fine. These guys are going to need to be split up, and we'll do something like this. Okay. So they're on their way over. That's absolutely noted. We'll see if they actually end up making it here, though. So this siege is going to be 14 months. That's a significantly higher level fort. They're probably going to pop up over here pretty soon. That's got to be their plan, right? It's got to be. That's down to 8 months. I'm checking through these again real quick. The Liberty faction is really, really close. But it's not quite there yet. Why is this still going down here? 2450. Ooh, that's very low. We're going to move them down over here so that they're not taking attrition. Okay. I'd like these guys to move up, but this isn't going to be absolutely ideal. We can move these guys forward kind of like this in a really awkward manner. It is, I guess, worth a try. That's a lot of gold, but for the time being, this will have to do. Slightly over here, huh? Okay. Well, this siege is going to be done eventually. Still 8 months left on that. Secrets are indeed a currency. So 5 siege progress is, of course, not a ton of siege progress. But it is a little bit, anyway. We just discovered household soldiers, and that is, of course, very beneficial for us, but not immediately beneficial. Our half-brother, the king of the emperor of Abisinia, is actually the culture head right now. That's very rude. We'll see what he decides to focus, but we're going to finish up our war against him first. I'm going to group these guys in here because I really want to just get this war over with. This siege is taking a while, and we're going to pile in up here. 3 months left at this time. Yeah, that's still taking a while. We're getting some desertion, so that's good. There we go. Down to 50 days left here. 30 days left. We can see their army now. Okay. So, that's absolutely fine. I want to group these lads together. I want to station besiegers here, and then I want to split off this unit of levies as well, while we head up over here and see about chasing down his army. Never. A peasant's lot is to serve their lord. And we do have some troops available to handle this. Where is this guy? Interesting. Okay, so we don't need to handle that. That's under control. Beautiful. So we'll group this together, and this siege will be done very shortly. Cool. Next, we need to head in here. Unfortunately, these guys are a problem. So I'm just going to end up doing this. We're going to go around them, and we're going to take this attrition and just hit their capital. That'll be fine for now. Now, these guys are running up this way. I'd love to catch them up here. And these guys are taking heavy attrition from the sickness, so that looks good. Raising up a raiding force here? Sure. So this capital is going to be done in 8 months. Now, they have walked up over here. Noted. That is going to be a fair amount of attrition for us, but I don't mind it. It should be fine. Yeah, we're going to fight them here. That looks good. So their capital is going to be sieged shortly. We're hoping that that does the trick. And catching them here is going to win us a lot of war score. I don't think that's a stack wipe. So we're going to have to make our way on back. But that's fine. We're going to finish up this siege in 4 months at this point. Our siege events are mediocre at best. But we need to exit this war as soon as possible, obviously. Exiting this war would be very, very good. So this is just that Liberty faction here. And at this point, they are powerful enough to send something. We've got this daughter here. Faith does not allow polygamy. Okay, so we're going to demand his conversion. He will likely accept that. He would do it for 335 gold. I'm not giving him that. So we're going to go to this guy instead. He has a daughter here, and we can marry that off to our son. 0.6% chance? I'll take it. Okay, so that looks good. Next, we've got this guy. He's got this brother. We've got a half-sister here, a daughter, and a sister. We'll go with our daughter for age reasons. Cool. So now they're too weak to send an ultimatum. Beautiful. So I want these guys to walk over and eliminate this force. We're at 47%. Now we're at 69%. I am, of course, contractually obligated to say nice. And we're going to head down over here and continue to siege. Okay. I was hoping we'd get a little bit more from various things. They're up over here right now. Noted. Peasant Uprising has been invalidated. Okay, they all died to the sickness. That sounds good. Let's walk down here and begin a slow siege. There's a lot of sickness going on over there. We need to get out of that area. We've got 3 months left on this siege here. Empty council position in the Spy Master. And what do we have for this faction? Liberty again? Liberty again. Okay. That's fine. Is there anything we can work with over here? You've got a son? Got a granddaughter. We've got sisters. Yeah, that's not going to actually be a thing. What about you? You have a daughter. Would this work? He would not accept that religion? Okay. We'll demand his conversion. 29%. It's probably not going to happen. But really what we need is to get out of this war, right? We've taken a fair amount of attrition in the war. And this is what we need, is to exit this. So we're exiting here. I'm wondering where their army is. They're just chilling up over here fighting people? Okay, looks good. How much did we get from battle? 20? Okay. We could get up to 30% more from battle. And let's grab It Is My Domain for right now. That is quite important to have money coming in, turns out. So we're going to head down over this way. We're at 77% war score right now. Peasants again. A peasant's lot is, of course, to serve their lord. Is it these same guys? They instantly died again. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Also, we hold these up here. I guess that's fine. But it is mildly awkward. So 2 years left over here, allegedly. We're going to work on the sieges there, but we need to bring these guys over. 3 months left here. Do we have a siege leader here? This seems very slow for the siege phase. I guess it just is slow. Okay. Well, about 50 days left, and that will be absolutely fine. We're going to go hit Amhara next. We're at 77 war score right now. I'm wondering what our Hogan situation is. He is maximally endorsing us. So I'm going to come over here and begin working on swaying this kid. We can't do it yet. He's too young. He is wounded right now. He's in poor health. He has an aggravated infected wound. So we might not actually need to do anything for him. For the time being, we just want to exit this war. Okay, so this siege is over. We're going to go siege Amhara next. Ooh, I see their forces coming here. So let's get this guy in charge. I want to station besiegers here while we bring our powerful fighting force off over this way. They are on their way in. This could end the war for us if we were to fight them here. And we absolutely want to. We should easily win that fight with better troops. Even with our troops starving a bit, it should be okay. So between that and this siege, this war should definitely end. Yes, bring in his 50 gold. Okay, war is over. Perfect. So we're going to enforce those demands. That is a very, very big deal. We'll disband our forces, and now we're at 10 out of 9. So we've got these 5 over here. We don't want to hold those. So I'm going to grant you out. That puts us at 9 of 9. And then I'm going to come over here. We want to retract this title. And this title. And this title. So that puts us at 12 of 9. Of course, we need to deal with that. And we need to grant out Naga. And we'll grant out El Alea. And Senar. Now, we don't need to grant out anything else at this point. So we can retain Catena if we wanted to. The question is, do we think... Okay, he's no longer having an infected wound. So he's probably not going to die. Out of curiosity, if we revoke this title right now, all of these people would join if he declines. Okay. This Liberty faction is going to send their demand at any time, although they're now too weak. But if they do this, it's fine. Okay, they're ticking down now. We're the culture head, and what innovation did he focus? Divine right? It's okay, but it's not really what we need right now, which is like communal government or royal prerogative. Either of those would be done very quickly, and that would be great. Now, we did just finish up household soldiers here, which can boost up our size of men-at-arms regiments and give us another men-at-arms regiment. So, we need to handle our champions and accolades here. The Silver Hand should not exist. We're going to have to restore accolades. We don't fulfill the requirements to do this. Okay. I don't know why, but we don't, apparently. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. And this is fine. So we want to boost up our sizes here, but in some cases we can't. And we should put these guys in, like, here for now. So let's boost up our mangonels. And the rest, I guess we could boost up our bowmen and our light horsemen. The rest of these we can't do without our champions being here, right? So that is fine. We'll have to restore those accolades, and we'll see when we can do that. Okay, so in Boron, let's go ahead and upgrade our warrior lodges, make these heavy infantry even tougher. That looks good. And the next question is, what are we going to do about Warodugu? Well, I think the answer to that is nothing. Yet. We need to take Kanem Bornu back. This guy, though, the plan is to just have him die. He's 51 right now. We'll inherit it. He has no children. It should be okay. So then Mali over here is the next target, and we would need to press our claim. That's nice and easy to do. We'll raise up our forces right here. We'll raise just our men-at-arms, to be honest, and they're going to head on in as soon as they're done raising. 15 months? Doesn't seem right. They're basically here already. Just go on in. You're fine. Okay, so we're going to get that siege done. We're not going to raise up anything other than these men-at-arms. So that seems absolutely fine. Now, we do need to get Warodugu back, but we're kind of making money at this point. Emphasis on kind of. The siege is going to be done very, very shortly. So let's wrap that up. 10 days. Cool. They're walking out over this way, and I'm going to let them lock into that. Do I seem made of money? Okay, we're going to walk down here and stack wipe their army, which should net us 50% war score and end the war. There we go. Looks good. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Next, of course, Kanem Bornu. This guy got out of jail. Did he escape? I don't think we released him. Regardless, we'll press our claims on him. Sure. He's got 1,800 troops. I don't care about that. We're going to raise up our men-at-arms here, and they're going to move directly in over here. This is, of course, Perverse, and we are going to raise these as soon as we can. Cool. So we're still going to need to get Warodugu back, and I would actually like to head up over here and eliminate them there first. Cool. And then I'd like to walk over here and eliminate this army. That puts us at 30% war score right now. Schemers. What a bunch of jerks. Okay, we're going to walk over here, eliminate this army if we can catch them here. They're running away from us, but I suspect that we'll be able to catch them soon enough. We just need them to make a bad move here. And that might have been it. Yep, that was it. Beautiful. So we are going to take attrition here, but that's fine. I'm going to stack wipe this army. Now, we could siege here, but I kind of just want to wander on over to their capital and siege that instead. So that looks good. Formation fighting fields have just been built in Boron, and we can upgrade our barracks here to make our infantry even tougher. What is going on over here? War against tyranny. Of Duchess Kadi, his steward, and presumably his regent. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, if they managed to depose him, we would be the primary heir, so that is great for us if that happens. I'd love it. I kind of doubt it that that'll happen, but we'll see. So let's get Kanem Bornu back under our control. 4 months on this siege, that seems reasonably fine. Okay. So, yeah, that'll definitely tick through fairly quickly. There's a bit of a plague breaking out over here, which is not necessarily great for us, but it's fine. Let's see if we are currently able to restore accolades. Nope, we don't fulfill the requirements. Okay. I think it's just a timeout thing. Cool, so we've got about 20 days left on this capital. We'll siege here next, since that's not plagued at this moment. We did just discover banking. And let's take a look here. So banking gives us development growth. What is being exposed next? Hoardings? Okay, we can work with that. That is absolutely fine for the time being. So royal prerogative is going to be finished up in 6 years. That seems fine. The siege is progressing quite quickly. That looks good. About 20 days left. 10 days left. Cool, so that put us at 86%. Okay, I definitely want to head out over here and exit this plague region. That would be nice. There's a pretty nasty plague going on over here right now. Excellent. We've got about 3 months here, and are there no sick houses? Indeed. So I want to take a look at this kid. He's at minus 56 right now. Court grandeur is still below expected level. That should be coming up pretty decently here. It's up to 6. It'll take some time. So this siege will be done in 50 days. It probably is not going to end the war. We will likely need one more. And we just had our domain limit drop. So that's noted. Let's grab War Prof. Actually, let's grab Hergeld for now. That'll be step number 1. Now, I do want to get us a spouse with high stewardship. What is your stewardship? 19? You're 21, so I guess that's a little bit better. That'll be fine. Okay. So that looks good, and we will have her be our primary spouse, of course. There we go. And you are going to manage domain, putting us at 9 of 10. Perfect. That's what we want to see. Apparently, somebody has measles. It's not us, so that's fine. Okay, war is over, so we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. And just like that, our realm is officially back together. We do need to do a little bit of work up here still. We've got some Egypt to conquer. We've got some Ajuran to conquer. No doubt about that. But our realm is back together. We just need to deal with this kid. Still 0 predicted agents here. Okay. If we were to revoke this, 23% chance. That's a pretty big rebellion. No doubt about that. It's probably okay. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll see what we want to do about this kid. As of right now, we don't have a lot of great options, but there are a few routes that we can take, and we'll see which one we want to go for. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.